so much for joining, everybody. It is Wednesday. What is it? The 21st? I'm just thinking about how fast this whole entire month has gone by. I don't know if it's just me since I started, with Atlanta Dispatch LLC full time back in August, but I just feel like these days are just zooming by. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for the continued support, everybody. So tonight is essentially about the folks that are a part of this community, the Transportation and Logistics Clubhouse. We know that we have a lot of individuals at all stages of their careers, folks who are just interested in, dispatching or getting a truck, or those who've been fleet owners for years and years. We have brokers, we have freight forwarders, we have all of those folks in global logistics that Shaq talks about all the time. We have everybody that's a part of this community. So I'm hoping that, people feel comfortable to leverage this platform and, start to really build those relationships. I want to just say that it was very, very, very apparent how close people can become using this platform. And I want to say that it was showcased at the past two conferences that happened over the past couple of weeks. We had the conference here in Atlanta with the Truck and Millionaires tour. That was headed off by Kiara. She had at least 10 folks who are really out here hitting in this industry. They all came to Atlanta and, had a 3-day conference. And people were already familiar with one another because of Clubhouse, that when they saw each other, it wasn't even though they recognized each other, just off of face value. But as soon as they heard the voice, it was, all love from there. And, basically these relationships are being forged here, so when you go to ask that question on how to do that, that thing that you're interested in, you already have that resource solidified. Someone once said, the time to start, how do they say it? The time to start building your network is always before you actually need it. And, that's exactly what we're doing here tonight. So if you know that you're going to go ahead and speak and introduce yourself and let us know what you got going on, I want to say, please go ahead and raise your hand. So right now, I just requested this young lady to come up to the stage, and for several reasons, I wanted her to come up to the stage. The main one was we've been working together for years. Had no idea, that we were eventually going to come to this type of relationship, but I knew something about it back then. I don't know. Dee, when did you say we start working together? Was it 2018 or when would you say?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Probably 2018. Yeah.
Yeah. So I met Dee back in 2018 when I was dispatching for a corporation, and she was one of my favorite brokers to go to get, high paying freight out of the Southeast. Most of the time it was out of Atlanta. But I just knew if I had a question about any load that was posted by that brokerage, I was going directly to her. I didn't care to call on the post that was listed on DAT or Truck Stop that, with that particular lane. I had my broker who I wanted to do business with almost exclusively. So, it's those type of relationships that I found are very, very, beneficial in this industry. So without further ado, Dee, you think that you can break the ice and introduce yourself and let the folks know what you got going on?
Sure. Thank you, Jerri, for the kind introduction.
No doubt.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dee Malone. I'm a freight broker. Been a freight broker for about 15 years now. Currently moving a lot of freight geared towards 48 and 53 foot dry van trailers. But since COVID, we've seen an influx in the needs for 26 foot box trucks. So I've been moving a lot of that lately. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or have any freight needs, message me on the back channel or send me an email. And Jerri, thank you for establishing this platform to bring everybody together and bringing me up on the stage. I appreciate that.
Oh, no doubt. You know it. Anytime, D. Look, y'all just don't know. I go to D currently anytime I have any questions about brokering. You know what I mean? If there's something that I'm on the fence about, I'm definitely over here reaching out to her and utilizing her as a resource. And it's because, she's very helpful. You know what I mean? But unless we had the opportunity to kind of like, start that relationship at some point, I wouldn't have that access. I wouldn't have that availability. She wouldn't be inclined to, go above and beyond, because that's exactly what she's doing when I ask those questions. So, thank you so much, Dee. I mean, if you don't realize it, I appreciate
No
it.
problem. No problem. That's what I'm here for.
All right. So we also have this brother on the stage, Cam. Cam, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing well, Jerri. I was just headed to dinner. Thought I'd hop in here on the ride to dinner and say hello and see what's going on in here.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. Well, tonight is the Plug Yourself event. It's been a while since we had one, but we definitely need to have these more consistently, just so that our community can kind of put those voices with the the actual industries and the capabilities that they really have. And it was a great meeting you in person officially recently, brother. So if for the folks that don't know who you are, can you please introduce yourself and let the folks know what you got going on?
Of course. Yeah, and it was great having you in the office yesterday, right? All these days are running together,
right.
But been in here, talked to you on a number of occasions. Finally, good to get to meet you in person. I know it was brief, but yeah. So I work at OTR Capital. I'm the vice president of sales there. For anybody who doesn't know who OTR Capital is, we are a transportation factoring company. Well, factoring company that specializes in the transportation sector. We help with pretty much any transportation need. Obviously, the business model is to advance money on receivables and help with the back office billing and collecting. But we do view ourselves as more of a one-stop shop for freight to help with any transportation need. If we can't, or if we don't offer it in-house, we've got the connections with the people on the outside that we could get you in touch with that can help with that. Similar to, Jerri is an example of that, dispatching, equipment financing, fuel, you name it, insurance, whatever. I've got, connections within the space that can help with it. And part of the reason I'm here in Clubhouse is to create more connections. So, if you are in the industry and want to network, please follow me, message me on Instagram, whatever. I'm here to help and, also get help from some of you out there. So feel free to reach out.
Hey, thank you so much for coming up, Cam. Man, it's always a pleasure. I don't know if you guys realize this, but back in the G, we had OTR Capital providing value on Fridays on this platform. And, you were seeing a lot of Cam back then, but he's still a resource. So like he said, if you guys have questions, if you're interested in, learning more about factoring or any of the, strategic partnerships that OTR Capital does have, I would tell you, go ahead and follow that brother, reach out to him, message him, or, any of those means. But, Cam, I did want to just say thank you. And yeah, yesterday, man, at first I had to think about it. I was like, it was sometime this week, but it was yesterday.
I swear these days really do run together, man. I can't tell a Tuesday from a Friday. It's all the ways that I gauge it nowadays are just based off of like what football games are on that night. It's Monday night football, Thursday night football, but then those days in between, I can't tell the difference.
Man, I hear you. I definitely hear you there. I mean, all day it's kind of like it's go time for me. All day it's just like if I'm not dispatching, I'm building business. If I'm not building business, I'm, trying to make myself available to answer questions for folks who might be, in a spot I was. You know what I mean? So it's a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. But again, anybody in the audience or anybody in here, or if you know anybody connect with me. We are looking to, build relationships with as many people as we possibly can. I mean, one thing about this industry is we're all in it together. It's all about relationships and who you know. I deal with carriers on a daily basis, every single day. Many carriers that have some sort of need, whether it's insurance, whether it's an accountant or dispatching or whatever. We can all use each other to our advantage and to become more sticky is what they call it, and offer more for, whatever it is the primary model of our businesses are.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So thank you again. I hope you have a great dinner. And if there's anything I can do to even help you in the future, Cam, just let me know, brother. It's all love.
Hey, yeah, just come by the office more often. That's all I ask of you, Jerri. But I do have to hop out, about to go in here and eat dinner with the family. I appreciate you bringing me up, Jerri, and y'all have a good night.
I appreciate you, brother. You be safe.
All right, see y'all.
All right. Look, we have Clayton. Clayton, man, it's been a while. Thank you so much for joining us on the stage. For the folks who don't know, please introduce yourself and let us know what you have going on.
What's up, Jerri? How you doing, man? Well, yeah, it's been a while, man. But, sorry for the noise. I'm on the road. It's raining here outside Toledo. But so I started my own little box truck LTL business after one of my friends did an Amazon business and was successful. We don't do any Amazon stuff, but we do nationwide LTL and expedited freight. I'm working on hiring some drivers, but yeah, we do it all. I've been on the road probably like 40 days, so it's been a busy time. But yeah, that's what we do. Just saving our money, trying to buy another box truck. Maybe
I hear you.
With a sleeper cab for my next guy would be nice.
Right. And look, so that sleeper box truck thing. Isn't that called a Panther or something like that?
Well, the biggest company that I've seen out there that does LTL, and they do 53-foot too, because I saw one today. But yeah, they're the largest outside FedEx expedited. I see them with freight liner rigs with a sleeper just with a box truck on the back. And by the way, Dee, I apologize. You reached out to me in the back channel, and I was supposed to call you. I've been on the road since I reached out, or we talked last, so I do apologize.
No, you're fine, Clayton. I completely understand. No worry.
But I do really want to talk to you. I do really want to call you, though, and ask you some questions.
Hey, you better, Clayton.
Yeah, I'm here anytime, just whenever you're free.
Yeah, and Clayton, so what's the name of your company, just so folks can know if they're interested in your story or your services? What's the name of your company?
Proletariat Logistics, but it kind of has a story because nobody knows what proletariat is. So just to make it real quick, proletariat back in the Roman days, they were basically day laborers that their only use to society was their skilled labor with tools. And it's kind of a play on, and they didn't make any money. They were very poor. But it's kind of a play on words because today, technically, a truck driver is no use at their job without the truck. But the play on words is that if you're a driver or in the logistics game and you work quite a bit, you generally make pretty daggone good money. So that's the name of my company, Proletariat Logistics.
All right. Yeah, man, I'm not mad at you there. And again, what's the name of the type of equipment that you were saying, though? I know I said Panther, but I think Panther Logistics or Black Panther Express.
No, Black Panther Logistics, I believe, is what the name of it is.
Yeah, I know that they're a huge organization that they kind of require you to have the sleeper because, they want you to have the team situation. They want you to, so folks, if you guys are listening and you have one of those trucks that has the sleeper, but it has the 26-foot box in the back, Black Panther Logistics. So I think that's it. That's who you want to work with. They just have a lot of freight specifically for that type of equipment. But I forget what the name of that equipment is. It's a specific name, but I forgot. But anyways, that's all I had to say about that one. Clayton, again, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your name. This whole thing is about, pubbing you guys, pubbing everybody. So
appreciate the room. Thanks for putting on the room.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So folks, when you come up in the future, please screaming out, what is your company name and what are you guys out here doing? Because I want to know and the folks need to know. All right. So look, we got my brother on stage right now. Look, the funny thing is we just met in person for the first time ever, or kind of spoke to each other for the first time ever at the She Trucking Expo recently, the inaugural She Trucking Expo in Chattanooga, Tennessee this past weekend. Look, I'm not going to say too much, but Koree, brother, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself and let the folks know what you got going on. Well, Koree just dropped off, but I'm pretty sure that brother's going to come back in a second. All right. So, until Koree gets back, which he's back right now, Koree, please, did you hear what I said? Introduce yourself and let us know what you got going on.
Hey, Fi, how you doing?
Know it, brother? You know it.
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. You put me on the spot here. This is my very first time, well, my second time on Clubhouse. But Jerri, thank you so much, man. You're a great brother. I'm excited to be working with you, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do together in the future. And thanks for having me on here just to plug my my company and everything.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. And look, it's all right. It's all right. Everybody got to start speaking on Clubhouse sometime, okay?
Right.
And this is probably the best time to do it because we're over here hyping you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt. Okay. Well, the name of my company is called Verde Logistics LLC. Verde means green in Spanish. What we specialize in is flatbeds, and we pull steel for the big three. We do seasonal work like mulch and salt. We also do building supplies, material, and everything like that. Also, we pull construction workers, machines, like tractors and everything like that. So we do a lot of variety of things. We also have flatbeds and we have reefers as well, but our specialty is in the flatbed doing the steels and I can't think right now, the
seasonal
and coils. Yes.
Okay.
So, and our goal is to, create, sustain and advance the business. And what I understand is you have to do it by networking, and being here, being able to plug my business and everything is great because I understand your network is your network is going to determine your net worth. So we got to get out here and start plugging. I really appreciate you using this platform to help everybody else out here.
Hey, no doubt, brother, man. This is why it was created. I needed a little help. I needed to learn some stuff. And in doing that, I got exposed to a lot of people doing some great things out here. And, it's not right of me to get the game and learn the folks without being able to at least, help other people get that same opportunity. So it's a pleasure to be able to put these bad boys on and to, network and fellowship with brothers like you. So,
right. Let me give a shout out to Clayton real quick. I heard he say he's from Toledo, Ohio, right?
No. I just drove by Toledo, Ohio.
Well, you just drove by me then, because I'm located in Toledo, Ohio. So it was good.
I'm going to give you a follow.
Yes, absolutely. And for anybody out there, I don't know if you're having challenges finding drivers, but that's what I'm having. If you know of anyone that's a good CDL A driver, Class A, please let me know. I'm looking for drivers. They'll be home, daily, weekly, or every other week. And that's what we specialize in. We cater to the driver. When do they want to be home? And we try to work around that. So that's our niche here. And that's why when they come here, I don't believe they'll be leaving and going anywhere else, because we pay good, we treat them well, and they're like family, and they really do matter, and they have a say.
All right. Well, tell the folks, how many drivers you're looking for?
I'm looking for 4.
Okay.
4 good drivers that can communicate and that's transparent.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, y'all heard it. I mean, you got a trucking family with Verde. Verde, what? What's your whole company name?
Verde Logistics LLC.
All right, y'all got a family there. So all these Class A holders who specialize in the flatbed and are great communicators, I would tell you, go ahead and reach out to this brother. He's a good brother, and I'm pretty sure that he's trying to do right by everybody. So I mean, feel comfortable. So
Absolutely.
yes, sir. All right. Well, look, man, appreciate you accepting the invite to come speak because, and look, don't let this be your last time,
It won't. It's my first, but not my last. And thank you very much. I appreciate it, George.
No doubt, brother. No doubt. So we had a great time at the event this past weekend. Not only did we get to, go through the She Trucking Expo and, talk to all the vendors and see all the folks who are really moving and shaking. We also went to the Black Tie Gala, which was dinner and then a little boat ride along the Chattahoochee, which was my first time being on a boat in surprisingly a long time. I haven't been on
Indeed.
a boat. If I can really think about it, at least 6-7 years. So that was a cool little event. There were some power players there, man, and I was happy to be able to just be brushing elbows, just chit-chatting, talking business and whatnot. But yeah, Koree, you're always welcome on stage, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No doubt, brother. All right, so look, we also have Mike on the stage. Mike, please introduce yourself, man. Yeah, we spoke. We kind of chatted a while ago, but I think this is our first time actually speaking. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm well, brother. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm feeling very, very blessed. So look, go ahead and introduce yourself and let the folks know what you got going on.
Absolutely, man. Hey, make sure you guys follow the moderators and follow the house. This is a fantastic space. Thank you guys for having me either way. In case you guys don't know me, hi, I'm Health Unicorn Mike. I'm the guy with the unicorn on his head. I'm a nationally licensed, award-winning health insurance broker. I'm an expert on small business benefits and health insurance for families. Most small businesses that speak with this unicorn save about $2,000 to $4,000 per employee while improving their coverage. That's the unicorn. Plus, over the past decade, I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs and their families. I ask if you're an entrepreneur or a small business, don't hesitate to hop in my DMs via back channel or IG, even if it's just a query. Actually, 70% of my clients are in the trucking space. I speak trucking pretty fluently as a result, and I have about 2,200 clients at this point. But either way, thank you guys for having me. I'm Health Unicorn Mike, your friend with benefit options.
All right. Hey, man, I like your energy. It sounds as though you have done this before. So, hey, man, I really, really appreciate you introducing yourself. And, what does it mean to have 2,200 clients? Is that a testament to your services? Like, because that sounds like a lot to me.
I would hope so at this point. But I've been in the insurance space for 8 years. I speak over 65. I speak under 65. I specialize specifically in private health insurance. Usually for most truckers, they make too much to qualify to get themselves the subsidy, but they also need coverage that travels around with them, gives them peace of mind. That's pretty much the sweet spot of what I deal with. And I also am able to create tax deductions or write-offs for your business. So it's usually pretty important within the space. But yeah, 2,200 clients means I must be doing a great job. I won Agent of the Year in 2018, and I got second place in 2019. Thank you.
Oh, no doubt, man. I just say keep on pushing, brother, because it sounds like you are doing some things correctly. I only ask that, you see somebody that you feel as though that you can bring up there with you and coach them up to do all the processes and all the systems that you've already established. Teach them the ways, okay? I mean, because you sound like you're doing something really well, bro.
Absolutely, brother. I'm happy to connect with all of y'all. Like I said, I usually in a couple of the other trucking spaces. I see like Ashley up there and Desi and just a few people in the crowd there. I'm usually on the stage or touching base with them as well. So this is a great forum. Thank you for having me, Jerri. I'm definitely following you now, man. Have a great day.
Thank you, brother. And, appreciate that because at the end of the day, we all we got. So I will really love for people to be able to learn more about the individuals that are a part of our community. But But I say this like nobody's going to promote you like you can promote you. Like, so you got to be like passionate about speaking about your company. Like, you have to be like the first person to say something about your company and your services. So I did want to go ahead and transition to a brother that sorry about that. I hate that happened because that was a driver of mine. So look, Hanif, bro, you are not a stranger to this stage. Please introduce yourself and let the folks know what you got going on. I might have to pick up my call from my driver while you're speaking, though. But you know how to do this. So thank you so much for joining us on the stage, Hanif.
Jerri, man, King Jerri, I really appreciate you. Thanks so much for the invite. As I said to you in the text message, I typically want to accept invites to people who are not only business people, but I really want to highlight the fact that you're a change agent. And all of the successful people who we look up to, there's one gift that they have, and they're able to connect people and be and able to build bridges. And this is what you're doing here at this point. My name is Hanif Williams. I'm really, and this is not pretentious humility. It's not easy for me to talk about myself. I've been very, very fortunate. I am the CEO of Star Blue Logistics. I am also the brand manager, and I'm a partner of B&I Transport. We have 21 trucks. We're so grateful for that. Star Blue Logistics is a freight brokerage, and it's also we have an onboarding recruiting that we're really building, really trying to curate that. Our turnover rate is 8%. The national average is 78%. If you know anybody who is who's a owner operator, they'll tell you that they go through a lot with the drivers. And I love what Koree said as far as, taking care of those drivers, making sure that those drivers have a opportunity to be in a space where they can actually scale with your company. And that's so important. So I don't really focus on the recruiting side. I think anybody can create an Indeed ad. Anybody can create a Facebook post, but it takes a really good person to really pay attention to retention. And that's why our turnover rate is 8% and the national average is 78%. Simply the people who we onboard, there's a 92% chance that they're going to stay with you. We're very, very transparent. I'm a transparent person, but more importantly than anything, I'm a lover of human beings, and people just want to do business with us. I cannot tell you how much business that we received in September. So grateful for that. Every single person that we have received since June was a referral. Every single new client of mine. I have probably close to over 150 clients. I manage over 300 trucks, 20 of my own. And so we just been really low key. I've been trying to express to our community, specifically the Black community, I want us to not pay attention to being entertained so much. I want us to really pay attention to getting resources. So it's not about networking, it's about resources. Can I get a resource source from this person I know? Because the networking is already done on social media. You do that on Facebook from people who you've known through high school. So as a business, someone in the business space, you need to make sure that someone's a resource to you and you're a resource to them. That you're not just, you have to always offer something to that particular individual. And so this is what we do. If you want to onboard a driver, you can simply just DM us, Star Blue Logistics. I have the Instagram in my bio, and we'll start the process up. Very, very simple process. 1, 2, 3, ABC. There's some things that we don't do that the other people in recruiting, my other competitors, and this is nothing down on them. It's a free market. I love to see everybody level up and to be in business. But there's certain things that we do, like I-9 verifications. Most people don't even know what that is. It's something that has to be done. It's legal. If you don't do it, it's illegal, and a lot of people are not in compliance with the DOT. So we do that. The other piece to it, again, it's like really, really being able to connect with the driver, looking at the driver as a human being. I do not have a pipeline that I just pull from. That driver is custom made for your business. And so and then of course we have the freight brokerage side as well. So you can just reach out to us. I'm a lover of all human beings. I want everybody to scale up and really win. And there's a lot of money in this Of course, you guys know in this industry, black people are only 9%. We have not touched ocean freight. We have not touched air freight. We have not touched the real estate. Remember, there's not enough. There's a shortage in parking. So therefore, people who are into real estate, we need to get into real estate. So there's a lot of things that we could do that we are trying to scale up and do. But I'm here for everybody. And if you want to reach out to me, got any questions, I'm always here.
All right. Hey, brother, thank you so much for joining us and letting us know what you got going on. That is a lot. So, I mean, I didn't even know all that, y'all, and I've talked to him plenty of times. So the humility, I definitely see that. But can you explain to me what, if somebody was interested in, sending somebody your way, what does that really look like? I kind of heard what you were saying about, them sending you some folks, some referrals, and you would get them onboarded. But what does that really look like?
Well, the client referral is there's two types of referrals. You have a client, meaning that let's say you have an owner operator. You say, look, I know an owner operator that's looking for drivers, right? And there's an acquisition fee with that. That means that if we onboard that, everybody gets paid with me. Nobody does business with me and does not get paid. Even if you simply just know somebody, you will get paid for that. As a matter of fact, one of my good friends, Jaleesa, who I met on this app, I don't know how much money we've made just from her referrals. And if you have a driver that is looking for a company, you can send them to us as well. And that's a referral as well, too. So basically, you'll just send them to us. Say, look, Hanif, I have a guy. He's an owner operator. He's looking for drivers. Send him to me. We onboard him. You get an acquisition fee. Everything is transparent. We keep you with that. So that's basically what that looks like. The same thing on the driver's side, too. But everyone gets paid with me. Nobody does anything for free for me. Everyone gets paid. So, yeah, that's what it looks like in a snap.
All right. Thank you so much for answering that, brother. So, look, I appreciate that. If, these are folks who are willing to speak about their businesses. And, if anybody on the stage can answer this question, I would appreciate it. Is more so like, why are you on stage right now? And why? Two-part question. Why are you on stage? And if you aren't on stage, how are people going to know about your services? Like, why are you here? And what are the consequences of not being on stage?
I'll go with that. I'll answer that one.
Appreciate it.
Don't mind. I'm on stage to connect with you all. My ideal client is an entrepreneur. The more entrepreneurs I can speak to, the better the situation is. Also, I like to pay it forward and offer social capital. I've got about 1,500 followers. I'm following about 3,100 people. So my following and the people that follow me and interact with me can also interact with you. I have a lot of connections within the trucking space and the logistics space. And some of the fields that you mentioned in regards to global logistics, I've got connections. Shippers, I got connections, dispatchers, brokers, drivers. I speak the language pretty fluently, as I said. So once I saw the title of the room, and then I saw some of the people that were on stage and part of the audience, and I figured it was only right to offer some social capital, some social currency, and make sure that I was actively participating. Being on the stage, the algorithm with Clubhouse, the more people that are on the stage that are either modded up or that are, part of the group that are following, boosts the algorithm and makes more people come and adds to the group, which is also why you say follow the moderators, follow the house, follow each other, because you never know who you're going to run into, who you're going to help, who can help your business. So that's why I'm up here, is to, one, help others, and then two, as a result, that therefore helps my business. Plus, getting into the psyche of my clientele, I think is only a benefit for me and allows me to really brand myself as a unicorn because I'm true to it as a result of that. Thank you for letting me speak. Hope Unicorn Mike out.
Man, this brother is out here trained, y'all. Boy, hey, man, even everything that you just said is so on point. And y'all don't even know it, but how he exited was even 508 compliant. He let folks know that he was speaking, that he was completed with his statement. So now you're definitely that was a very, very great answer. Like, that's all I have to say about it, man. So thank you for your participation. Once you started, though, we did have somebody join the stage, someone by the name of Faxe Williams. please introduce yourself, Faxe Williams. Let us know what you got going on.
Okay, how you doing?
Doing great.
So I'm Faxe. I just started a dispatching company, Secure Freight Dispatching. So it's only been up and running for like a couple months. And my purpose for starting the company was to pretty much expand and get a solid team of single moms, pretty much, or anybody who's like a single parent, because it's kind of hard working around your kid's schedule, you know? So I figured having some work from home would be a good option for people. So that's my focus. My focus is to grow the company. Right now, I haven't done much marketing outside of Facebook, but I'm going to start marketing other places and possibly, you know, secure more drivers. I do have one driver right now with a 26-foot box truck. It's rough. It's rough getting loads for a box truck, especially where he's located in Florida. So I'm just here on, you know, this Clubhouse. Somebody introduced me to it. So I just came here to like network and see who I could come across that would help me expand. Because that's my whole, yeah.
Okay. Well, look, congratulations on starting that business, and I pray for your success. When it comes to the box trucks, I too know the struggle.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
It's hard. It's
exciting. It's a struggle. It's hard, but it's very exciting. Like once you do secure something, you know.
Yeah.
So
I agree. To be honest, this has been the most exhilarating time of my life, and it's
I'm not gonna lie, for real.
Yeah. But I'll say this though, feel free to use me as a resource, because the things that you're experiencing now, I kind of been experiencing them for months. So I've kind of like grown through some of these, you know, these ceilings that I thought were ceilings, but they weren't. You know what I mean? I just had to rethink things, retrain my mind on how to see and approach things. So I'm more than happy to share any game I got.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so, you know, reach out to me either, you know, on IG or whatever, but I'm more than happy to have that conversation, because, again, I talk to folks all day long about not only box truck freight, but just, you know, dispatching as a whole. I network with many different dispatchers, and, you know, it's a community out here, so I'm more than happy to help.
It makes me, I don't know if you're like on Facebook, any of these groups on Facebook, but like it kind of makes me sad a little bit. Like, not sad, maybe that's not the right word, but like, it's like the way that they bash the dispatchers is like, do they really need us, you know? Because like I'm new to this whole thing. And what brought my mind here was the fact, like, you know, when the pandemic first started and things shut down and the world stopped, those truckers were still moving. So I was like, I don't want to be in that same predicament again. But at the same time, when you go on Facebook and you go on like different sites and you try to, you know, just get yourself out there, it's like they just bash dispatchers so bad. Like, you know, it'd be hurting my heart a little bit. Like, damn, it's like, do they really need us, you know? But some people that I talk to, they're like, yeah, they need us. You know what I'm saying? We got something that they don't have. You know what I mean? So
no doubt.
It kind of give you that motivation on the backside.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I've never really seen people bash dispatchers. So I guess maybe I'm not looking at the right thing. Well, maybe I am looking at the right thing. But this is what I'll say to it is dispatchers and brokers are the opposite sides of the same coin. I feel like a trucker needs both, especially a trucker or, you know, let's just say an owner operator who wants to grow their business, you know, recognizes that time, you know, to do that kind of stuff ain't really happening in the truck. You know, I mean, if you invest in somebody else to do that, you kind of have the ability to scale probably quicker. So rest assured, you're definitely something that people need. So I wouldn't even focus on that other stuff. But yeah,
my focus right now is like securing, because the box truck is cool. But I would like to have more of the only because I see more loads and I see more brokers and stuff posting on 48-foot, 53-footer. So I'm trying to secure a couple of those guys or girls, you know.
Yeah, and I hear you. I mean, marketing, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie to you. The marketing that I've done has been kind of nothing. I haven't marketed. Everything is word of mouth. I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
But I have gotten quite a few tips and tricks on what I would do if I was to, start marketing. And the first one would be I would take my happy butt to a truck stop and I would just talk to people. I would
Truck stops. I'm just like, I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to feel like it's like the rejection, the whole rejection. I'm cold calling for hours at a time a day. I even was like, you know what? I'm done cold calling. I'm gonna start sending them text messages. Sending emails. So I just been texting crazy, and it's like instead of some people just saying, "Nah, I'm not interested," they'll come back and like just down it. Like, why would I need you? You know what I'm saying? Or I can do this myself. Why would I pay you this percentage? And I'm like, I feel as though my percentage is fair with the amount of work that I'm putting in. I don't know as much as others, but I feel as though it's fair. And I'm like, it's like I'm getting to a point now. I'm about to start throwing signs on my car because I need everybody to know what I'm doing and just hopefully, grab the right people. I don't want just anybody. I had a couple people, come to me, but it's like I can't work with everybody.
Right.
I don't like the way you talk, and I don't like that energy. We're not going to work.
Yeah. No,
so it's like, yeah. That makes it kind of hard.
It is an interview for both parties.
Right.
And to be honest, I'm just now getting to the point where I realize that. Before, I was just taking on folks just because, they were presented to me. I had the capabilities. But now I'm recognizing that, hey, if you are a box truck and you're interested in staying local, I don't think we're going to work out.
Yeah, it's in Florida. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did want to go back to one other thing that you mentioned about you using technology as your main platform to communicate in these cold calls. I mean, folks have a lot of ability to, just give you the cold shoulder when you do it that way. But you get out there in these folks' face and they're not going to be as rude. They're going to talk to you or, they're going to let you know that you're a human and say they're busy or something. But I would just say, if you're looking for those 53 footers, that might be where you want to start in person at those spots. But that's just my little tidbit. But I do again thank you for coming up and reach out to me because I'm more than like we're talking right now. I'm more than willing to do this. To go a little bit further in depth. Okay.
Okay. Cool. I'm definitely gonna reach out. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Somebody just asked me, did I do the box truck dispatch training? I did go to Coach Sheldon's situation. Y'all know the box truck coach. He has a training course that I went to probably 3-4 months ago. And I went to that because although you guys all know, or maybe you don't, but when I was working for a corporation, I was dispatching 13 semis by myself. But like I said with Faxe just now, man, when I got my first client, it was a box truck, and I was like, "What is this? Like, how do I move this piece of equipment?" I felt like I didn't know what to do. So I said, "Well, hey, let me get some more education." So I kind of learned the skills from him as well. But yeah. If you guys have the opportunity, you definitely want to educate yourself in anything that you're doing. So that was that. Somebody asked me that question. But hey, next on the stage is Miss Jerri. Hey, Miss Jerri, how you doing today?
Hey, good evening, Jerri. How are you? Thanks for having me.
No doubt, ma'am. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you this past weekend. I love what you're doing. Look, this right here might just be the little intro to, your services and who you are. But you already know I'm trying to have a more in-depth conversation on this platform. But for the folks who don't know you, Miss Jerri, can you please introduce yourself and let the folks know what you got going on?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, it was a pleasure meeting you as well. The expo this weekend was phenomenal. My team and I are still just kind of reeling off of it, and just kind of using that momentum to finish out the rest of 2021. My name is Jerri Banks. Everyone in the industry calls me Miss Jerri. That kind of came from my husband and I have a youth basketball program here in Houston, Texas, and all the kids call me Miss Jerri. And so that kind of just went over into trucking as well. But I am a truck driving recruiter. I own a full service recruitment agency. I have a team of recruiters across the U.S. We recruit for over 70 carriers. These are mega carriers. We also recruit for small fleet owners as well. We have niched our agency down, and this is what Jory and I would definitely be going more into detail with in the future. But we have niched our agency down. We are the only agency that educates and teaches carriers and help drivers navigate through the drug and alcohol clearinghouse after having a violation. So essentially, there have been, since the clearinghouse started, and believe me, the clearinghouse was badly needed. It was started in January of 2020, and since then, over 95,000 drivers have had a violation of some sort in the drug and alcohol clearinghouse. And so we do a lot of educating on our Instagram platform, Facebook, as well, primarily YouTube is where we do the most educating. Our YouTube channel is Life on the Road Recruiting, and drivers, I get at least, my team and I, 10 to 20 calls a day from drivers who have had a violation of some sort. It could be there's three ways that you can get a violation in the clearinghouse. Of course, the first one flat out is a positive drug screen. The second is a refusal. And then the third violation is what the DOT FMCSA calls actual knowledge. That means that you were actually seen with the substance in your possession. And so those are the three reasons that a driver would get a violation. Now, of those 95,000 drivers that have had a violation, 50,000 have left trucking altogether. So they have not started the return to duty process. They've not tried to get a job in trucking. They've gone to the plant, to the warehouse, and worked locally, not knowing that there's a process that you have to go through. The FMCSA will allow you to get back in the truck, but there's a process that you have to go through. And I call it probation. There's probation that you have to, fulfill even after that process that you go through. And so these drivers essentially need what we call a sponsor company. That sponsor company will test them and get them through the process. And there's a minimum of 6 random drug screens that have to be done after going through that process. Usually, drivers tend to stick with their sponsor company throughout that time period. We've hired over 50 to 60 drivers since the clearinghouse started. We've placed that many with different carriers, and at least an 80 to 85% retention rate of those drivers. And that's because it's a paperwork nightmare to job hop after going through the SAP program.
And gotcha. So look, thank you so much for introducing yourself. I think that service and you just educating all of these individuals who need a second chance is very, very, very important. Trucking itself is one of those places where people can get their second chance, whether they had issues with the law, or any other thing. So I don't think that this should be anything different. People make mistakes. Absolutely. And that second chance is like, come on, we're all human. We all mess up sometimes. So,
right. Absolutely. And, and this is it's an alarming fact, but I mean, it shows and tells you who is the most affected by the numbers. 47,000 drivers have a violation in the clearinghouse due to marijuana. The next number right below that is 12,000. It's pretty far below it, but it's cocaine. And then shortly after that is methamphetamines, oxycodone, things like that. But the most violations in the clearinghouse are marijuana.
Yeah, and we we understand who's a huge advocate of marijuana. Okay,
Absolutely, absolutely,
exactly. So I hear exactly where you're coming from, and I'm so blessed to have you on the stage tonight because that service, especially in this driver shortage. I mean, everybody has heard that we are in an unprecedented driver shortage, and you have all of these people who are qualified and have the skill set to actually do it, but they got hit, they got dinged for something, and now they're kind of considered unusable, unfit, and I just don't think that that's right. So when we spoke and you said that this is actually a thing, I was all over trying to support and promote it. So I want to do this as much as possible. Just let me know how.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I certainly appreciate that. For me, it's the relationship and the connection that my team and I create with the drivers, because when they contact us, it's like a relief. Because they've got someone at home that's wondering when the bills are going to be paid, wondering when they're going to get a new job. And so it's a release and it's an air of hope that we give them that, hey, look, we can help you. We have an opportunity for you. And so that's kind of been our push to continue to be that voice and that help for those drivers that have gone through a violation in the clearinghouse. And here's the other thing, Jerri, that's a really, really alarming is the fact that a lot of these drivers are brand new. And so we spend a lot of time going to schools, the truck driving schools, and just educating, hey, look, this is what will happen. These are the consequences when you have to go through the SAP program and get a violation in the clearinghouse. And so the newer drivers, I've talked to about 7 today, all with zero experience. And it's a lot harder to get them a job. And the last thing I want to note is that it does not affect your insurance. It does not affect your CSA score to hire a driver out of the SAP program. Neither of those are affected. The insurance, they pull your MVR. They pull the driver's MVR. They look at tickets. They look at accidents, things of that nature. The CSA score, it's with regards to drugs and alcohol, it's driving while intoxicated. It's driving under the influence. That's what they look at. And neither of the drivers, the majority of the drivers through the SAP program have not had a violation while driving.
All right. Thank you so much for, letting the folks know that portion, because that's huge. That's one of the main things that these fleet owners are concerned with about these safety scores is just like, of the driver's records is how it's going to affect their actual insurance. So the fact that you hit on that, I'm pretty sure it brought a lot more ease to the fleet owners in the audience who would consider, hiring folks that are in these programs. So thank you so much for sharing that portion. And like I said, I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more so I can even become more, I can understand it a little bit better and then be able to help bring more awareness to this. So thank you again, Ms. Jerri.
My pleasure, Jerri. Thank you, guys.
Certainly. Yeah. So she said that she's still, feeling the effects of that She Trucking Expo. Me too. I'm just feeling great. I love all the energy that, was swirling around in the Chattanooga Convention Center. And, I'm trying to take that energy until next year too. Just all the positivity, all the connections that were made. So, I'm just going to transition now over to Ashley. Ashley, are you with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing today?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, look, I think this is our first time being on stage together. please, introduce yourself. I mean, I'm trying to learn some stuff too. I see your profile. It's very interesting.
Right. So I'm Ashley Baker. I'm an attorney here in Pennsylvania. I am also I don't like saying former, but since I'm not on the road now, I'm a former truck driver. So I have my CDL. I'm also a former truck driving instructor. And so I'm just here to be a resource. I've also written 4 books about trucking, 2 about truck dispatching, and the other 2 about the hours of service. So, like I said, I'm here to be a resource. If you have questions, legal questions, whether you're a driver, a company driver, owner operator, or you have your own trucking company, you can always reach out to me in the back channel or follow me on Instagram. I'm always responsive to folks. And I want to second what everyone's saying about this She Trucking Expo. I was actually there this weekend, and it was incredible. So if you can attend next year, you should definitely plan to attend.
Can I step in on that?
Yeah, certainly. Go ahead.
Hey, Ashley, happy to see you as always. I was so sad I didn't get to go to the expo with all of you. I had it planned on my calendar, and my wife is pregnant, and therefore couldn't go. So had to alter plans. But good note, we do plan on moving to Georgia, hopefully end of next year. So I'll definitely be able to go to all the future expos with y'all. I look forward to connecting with you. I'm sad I didn't get to go. I was literally had it on my calendar all year, and my wife is now 6.5 months pregnant. So yeah, all trips got kind of canceled. But either way, I'm happy to see y'all. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no doubt, brother. And Ashley, look, your experience is quite extensive there. A truck driver with a master's in, what is that? International Transportation Management. Attorney, look, how much you are covering everything here. So, okay, what do you do in your day to day? What does your day look like? Because what's your company name? Okay.
So I don't have a company name. I haven't launched my own firm yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but that doesn't mean I can't answer questions.
Okay.
And, just be here to support folks.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, my bad. Not to, try to say it any other way. All I'm trying to say is the amount of, just knowledge that you have over there is amazing, actually. And my family's in Pennsylvania, and I think that they're interested in starting a trucking company sometime soon. So I might tell them, hey, Ma, we got an attorney to send all the stuff to. So appreciate you. When it comes down to it, though, what is like your day-to-day focus? Are you talking to people about, the nuances of, they got into an accident, like not like insurance type of stuff, or what type of attorney are you?
So right now I'm practicing federal litigation. So that just means I'm answering lawsuits in federal court.
Uh-huh.
But it's, just as far as helping folks out, like I answer questions about business formation, contracts, which is most of the questions that I get is about contracts.
Mm-hmm.
I guess about branding, copyrights, things of that nature, just really anything. And if I don't know the answer offhand, I'm willing to research it and look it up and just help folks out, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I appreciate that. What's the name of your books, and can people get those like on Amazon or something?
Yeah, they're available on Amazon. If you look up The Art of Commercial Trucking, you should see all of them listed there. You can also go to my website, thetruckerslawyer.com, and you can find my books there as well.
Okay, cool. And what else can I ask to kind of get that information so people can support what you have going on? Like, what's the thing that you had? What did you hold back that you could say right now, and folks would be able to have more access to, your products?
I don't know. I guess follow me on Instagram.
Yeah,
I already said that. So I do most of my communicating videos and all that kind of stuff through Instagram. And I'm the trucker's lawyer on Instagram. So anything that comes out in the industry, like things in the infrastructure bill or new laws or just anything, if I want to put out an update on things like that, I'm going to do it on Instagram. So, yep, you should definitely follow me there.
Okay, bet. Well, look, I definitely got to follow you there. I was trying to type it in as we were talking, but I was like, oh, that's probably going to be too much. So I'm gonna take a screenshot and follow you later. But it was great to hear that you went to Sheree's event, and hopefully we can all connect at a future date, probably at another expo somewhere. Like Mike said, we've had a few in Atlanta. We got another one coming up in November for sure, where we're going to have the leading ladies of logistics. I actually just met Tristan in person for the first time, and it was very delightful. She is a huge reason why this transportation and logistics clubhouse is even popping in the first place. She brought a lot of validity to it at first, just talking about her day to day. So I really, really have a lot of admiration for Tristan, and definitely got to see Tawanda of Gold Star Logistics. So I got to meet a lot of people who I've been looking up to at that event. I know I'm talking about it a lot, and it's just because I was that happy about being there. I was so excited, and I'm happy to be in logistics because some good people in this industry, and I'm very, very fulfilled. I don't know if you guys can tell, but just moving over to the next person. We now have Amir. Amir, can you please introduce yourself, brother, and let us know what you got going on?
Peace to everybody in the room. The one I told you about? My name is Amir Tariq. Out of the DMV area. Small trucking company, small fleet owner. Running my company as a social enterprise, meaning that I hire people that may have previous backgrounds and things like that, give them opportunity to make a living and get some training and get on their feet. Some people that other companies probably wouldn't give an opportunity to. Also, I take 3% of the earnings on a monthly level and give it back to social causes in my community. Just trying to give back. I have my company not just make money, but also give back to my community.
Hey, brother, I love that, man. I love that message. I love how you have built that into, the root of, what your company is. I think that's very, very admirable. Is there anything that I can do to help bring awareness and light to what you have going on?
I mean, I think that, especially, a lot of us are in the trucking industry, but most of the times I hear people, it's just everybody wants to get involved because it just makes a tremendous amount of money, and that's a great thing. But at the end of the day, we need to, put a part of our focus on helping, reaching back, educating people about the industry, helping people who probably wouldn't have the opportunity to get into the industry. I'm also planning on opening up a charitable trust that's going to be geared towards educating people in the trucking industry, from dispatching and to brokering to doing the back-end compliance as it relates to trucking. It's just so many opportunities for people who need opportunities to get into the industry. So, I mean, any way that you can shed any light on that and be positive, brother. Thank you.
Hey, man, no doubt at all. I'm like, let's talk more offline because I've just recently learned about a few companies doing something. I ain't gonna say similar to what you got going on because you've taken it a step further to publicly say, hey, man, I'm even giving some of my ends to the community. I haven't seen too many folks doing it like that. The way in which I have seen folks, the social side of, giving people opportunities that did make the mistakes, just like Miss Jerri and I were just talking about. I did get to hear more about Brewster. I forgot, and I think it's Boss Man Brewster on IG, but he was a part of the Trucking Millionaires tour that came through Atlanta, and I learned a little bit more about his story. And he's definitely given opportunities for folks who are, recently released from, just being incarcerated and things of that nature. So I would like to talk to you a little bit more to learn just how, we might be able to, bring the awareness that you're looking for to what you got going on. So if you, feel free, man, let's link up somehow, IG or, even here, we got a little text message thing in here now. So, I'd love to talk to you some more.
No problem. And I do a trucking room every Sunday. So it's called Trucking and Trapping, Truck Stop Talk every Sunday at 7:00 on Clubhouse. So I just have people come through. We talk shop.
Okay. What is that? 7 Eastern or
7 Eastern time.
Okay.
Every Sunday.
Okay.
So, and we just chop it up. And every drivers come through, dispatchers come through, and we just it's not formal, popcorn style. We just trade information about what's going on in the industry, and we just network like that.
Okay.
So I invite everybody to come through.
Right. All right, bet. And say your company name one last time.
73 Trucking out of the DMV area.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, brother. We're going to chop it up soon. So look, now I'm going to transition to my homie over here, Charles. Charles, how you doing today, brother? If you at the phone, because I don't know if y'all know, Charles out here getting these trucks, y'all. This man stay picking up another truck. So, Charles, whenever you come back, feel free to speak. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and transition. Kelsi, you here?
Yo, I'm here,
What's
Jerri.
up, Kelsi?
Nothing much. We networking in here tonight.
You know it.
I love it. The GOAT, Jerri, the networker. Between you and Dazzy, I don't know who got it worse.
Hey, I love talking to these folks, man. I mean, it's just something nice about being able to hear what somebody got going on and genuinely be able to help if you can, and then put people on and plug people if you can. You know what I mean?
I'm all about education. I love it.
But look, don't act like you're not out here networking every day. I mean, you are not new to this platform. You are a natural. So what you been up to? How you doing?
Man, I need to get back on here more often. That's a fact. But I come in when I can. I've been up to a lot of different things. Friday, this. I don't know if everyone else knows, but Friday is my last day in corporate after being in the industry almost 5 years. So don't think you need to be leaving your first year in business now. Set you something to the side. Diversify your transportation portfolio, and then go ahead and make the move. So that's the first thing. Second thing, since we're plugging our businesses, for those who don't know, I'm a carrier out of Atlanta. I have began leasing on other owner operators or investors with trucks because we all know insurance is ridiculous. My insurance is not too ridiculous because we have been in the industry for a while. And just helping them, guiding them. What else I do, Jerri? I forgot. I'm just kidding.
You're about to say, look, don't make me start listening at the
sorry, y'all. Somebody's at the door. I actually specialize in all things compliance. So for those who don't know what compliance is, that is the FMCSA and DOT regulations that us as carriers are subject to uphold in our trucks. So I go through all that. We do all type of stuff that has to do with that. As of right now, we're projected to only bring on 40 clients in 2022. So along with the ones that we already have. So, and then also I teach other people how to do it. So definitely would love to hear more about what Amir has going on and seeing how we can possibly sponsor some people through our program, teaching them compliance whenever he is, getting ready to do the re-entry program and all that different type of stuff.
Well, boom. Look, y'all, she done came through and said about 10 things, but look, I feel like you got more. Don't look, keep on going,
I mean, that's all that's like transportation wise, but aside from that, we have an Airbnb business.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of those downtown. My husband is a credit extraordinaire.
Yeah.
He has had a couple people sign up today and they already got their information sent off and ready to go. So yeah, we just, we do a little bit of everything. Well, I don't dispatch though. Somebody asked me, did I dispatch? I don't dispatch, guys, but I can help you run your company like a business.
Right. So we need that. But look, I need you to talk about all this stuff because we want the folks that are a part of this community to be able to know, it's not just trucking that they can talk to you about.
Right.
There are a lot of, like peripheral interests that people have and they get to connect on them. You know what I mean? So you got an Airbnb business.
Yep.
Your husband, he knows about the credit business.
Yep. He has a credit business. Yep.
Exactly. So what's the name of these businesses? What's the name of your trucking company, Shawty?
I don't usually put my trucking company name out there because people are nosy. But my compliance company is Legacy Trucking Consulting.
Okay.
If you do come through our program or do a consultation, and let's just say, I'm just going to put this out there. It's just on my spirit, but you can have. My phone was ringing. My bad. You can do multiple different things with compliance. So let's just say you come from an HR background, right? You can do HR for companies. You can do all their driver stuff. Let's just say you come from a health background. You could do all their drug testing. You could start your own consortium. Let's just say you come from a safety mechanical background and you don't want to do that anymore. You can start a whole business doing that type of stuff. Payroll, taxes, all type of different diversification. So my compliance company is Legacy Trucking Consulting. The Airbnb business, obviously that's up on Airbnb. So if you need the link, let me know. And then the credit company, Generational Curse Breakers. It was something else. Oh, the course, Mastering Your Back Office Trucking Edition.
There we go. That's what I've really been waiting for.
You're so funny.
You doing all this talking, and you got way more that you over there. You got up your sleeve. So, and I know. Look, we had a pleasure. I had such a good time seeing this young lady.
Man, what?
And her baby up in Chattanooga this weekend. Look, I don't know if y'all can tell. Everybody from Atlanta went to this event.
Oh yeah, we took a ride.
Right. It wasn't bad either. It was like an hour and a half max, So, Kelsi, you're always welcome, ma'am. You're always welcome on stage. I know you took a hiatus, but as you know, Clubhouse, you got to get in and get out. Otherwise, you're going to be in here all day. So I applaud you for being able to, put them boundaries up. But yeah, outside of that, man, I know Friday. Friday is one of the big things that you are promoting. It is the ATL Mixer with the Millionaire of Logistics. I saw you're a vendor.
I am a vendor. I'm actually going to pick up the rest of my stuff tomorrow.
Okay.
So I am super excited about that. I have some information about the course. I have some sample policies and procedure books so people can look through those. Yeah, we out here. Me and my husband going to be up there booed up.
All right. I ain't mad at you. Look, to be honest, I'm kind of debating. This right here is a time where I can support my wife with her singing locally in Atlanta, or I can go do some networking.
You know what you need to do. You was networking last weekend, so go on with wifey. I'll go live so you can see.
So That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And thank you for helping me with that decision.
You always know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But look, again, Kelsi, you're definitely a friend of the room. We need to get you up here more often, just because, like I said, you're a natural. And look, at this time, I turned off hand raising just because it was getting a little bit late. I know we have some other folks in the room that I would love. I'm just going to give it a chance. There are several folks in this audience that I would love to, raise their hands so I can promote what they got going on. But I ain't going to put them out on Front Street. If y'all want to do it, do it. But Charles, are you back?
What's going on,
what's up,
Jerri?
Charles? How you doing, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Busy.
Yes, sir. I told the folks, man, they don't know that you're still out here picking up trucks every other day. So,
Oh, man, spending the bankroll. High-ass trucks.
Right. But look, brother, please introduce yourself and let the folks know what you got going on.
Oh, man, my name Charles Taylor. Owner of a small business, trucking company, small fleet that's growing to a big fleet. I do a lot of stuff. Dispatch. I help people set their company up. I do back office. I help them get their policy and procedure set up. It's a lot of stuff I can do. Help them get their authority. For people that want to get their CDLs, I can help them get their CDLs. I'm just all around.
Hey, I ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, once you got the experience and the skill, why not be able to offer, that concierge service? That's what it sounds like it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So look, what do you specialize in, and where are your trucks predominantly based out of?
My truck's based out of Indiana. I mostly run power only. I do a couple dry vans, but I like power only.
Okay. So is there anything that you're looking for right now that just will set your operation off, like it take it to the next level?
Yeah, a multi-million-dollar contract right now.
Hey, put it out there, brother. Put it out there.
I'm getting close to it now.
Yes, sir. Look, actually, I consult, bro. I'm gonna bring you that $1 million opportunity. So we're going offline about this soon. Okay.
No doubt.
All right. Well, look, I'm definitely happy that you came on tonight because, man, you out here really moving. I see your IG, and I'm just like, always just smiling, just like, man, look at this guy. You know what I mean? Just
right. Appreciate
you doing it, man. No doubt. If there's anything I can do, just let me know. But outside of that, thank you for coming to the stage, Charles.
Most definitely. I'm gonna hit you up in a little bit anyway when I get back. Hey, you got to put this work in, y'all. If you don't put no work in, you ain't get no outcome.
Right. No doubt, bro. No doubt at all.
Sure.
All right, Charles. Well, look, we did have one other person join the stage. I am officially turning off the hand raising, and we're going to get to Phyllis. Phyllis, how you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm feeling blessed, man. I'm feeling blessed. I don't know if we've ever spoken before. Can you please introduce yourself and let us know what you got going on?
Okay, my name is Phyllis. We've spoken before. I think it was Monday in the Sonar room.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, my name is Phyllis. I'm new to freight dispatching, but been dispatching for corporate America for 5 years. So I'm actually here to network and build a rapport with you all, customers and clients. I'm actually still working my 9 to 5 from home. And I'm looking for 2 carriers now, only just to get my feet wet and started since I'm still working my 9 to 5. And if you all know of any carriers, please feel free to reach out.
Okay. Well, look, I appreciate you for coming up here, and I love the name of your company. Like, it's actually very, very, very inspiring. Victory Dispatching Services. I like that a lot. How'd you come up with that?
I just wanted, how I came up with it, I was pondering on the name, and I always wanted to refer back to something in the Bible. And so I just, was writing down words, and I was like, okay, victorious, victory, and that's how I came up with it. Because I always think of the song, I Got the Victory. I can't remember who sang it, but you know the gospel song I'm talking
I
about.
think my wife is singing it. Can you please sing it, please?
You got the victory, the victory. Yes, that's it. Yes.
Yeah. I knew she was gonna know that, so she got real excited when she heard you say it. But yeah, okay. Yeah, well, look, I appreciate you for coming up to the stage to introduce yourself. It's so important to be able to put that out there. The fact that you're looking for two carriers to get your feet wet. That's the only way it's going to happen is to, promote what you actually are looking for. So thank you for taking this step to, build yourself into this community and allow people who might be along those same lines to reach out to you, to know what they could reach out to you about. And so, yeah, thank you so much, Phyllis. Kelsi said something earlier that, I have to come back to, which is, you might leave your 9 to 5, but make sure make sure you're already making money and you already know what your income is going to be before, you go 100% entrepreneur. That's a huge thing. I mean, and if you feel confident in yourself, still make sure you at least have that nest egg because, it's real out here, y'all. It's real out here.
Right.
And it is so real. Bills do not stop. You got to eat. You got to be warm at night. All these things. Oh, I like that. All these things are, very, very important. So the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. I've heard that plenty of times, but you definitely got to make sure that you are ready when you're pursuing those dreams. You're not having to stress about money along the way because, once you start stressing about money, you start acting out of desperation, and that ain't how you can run a business successfully. So I did want to drop that just because, Kelsi brought that up. That's a very, very great point. But now we're an hour and a half in. I don't really have too much else to say since everybody already, did a great job of introducing themselves and promoting their business. If there was anybody that was already on the stage that wanted to say something, please go ahead and do it now because we're going to be closing out in T-minus 3 minutes.
You see me unmute my mic?
Yeah, go for it.
No, I was just going to say some advice that I told our class last week on our weekly call. And that was just, trucking is cute right now. Trucking is sexy right now. Everybody wants to get into it, but just make sure that one thing I do not do, and other people might do it, but it's just something that I don't do, Jerri, and that's I don't look at what other businesses that are in my niche are doing. I'm very intentional about that because what that's going to do is it'll start clouding you up and it'll start making you think that you need to do this, that, and the third. When you don't even have what you're currently doing systemized and you don't have your branding together and you don't have, just your business together in general. So I felt the need to just share that because I know it's a lot of new people coming into the industry that come in here and listen to you. So just don't compare yourself to what other people have doing. You have your own business. They have their own business. You don't know what they went through to build their stuff up. So I just wanted to add that in.
Hey, thank you so much. Always coming in and adding value. Look, y'all better reach out to Kelsi and get this consultation with Legacy Trucking.
Yep, and I brought free consultations back starting 10-6. They only 15 minutes, cut off at 14:59. Don't waste my time.
Hey, that's
only on Wednesdays.
Right, that's a businesswoman, and more importantly. Or I ain't gonna say more importantly, but a mother. So she knows time. The time is valuable. So y'all go ahead and reach out to her and start getting those consultations. 15 minutes flat. So that's it. That's it, y'all. Again, my name is Jerri. We do these every single Wednesday. Next week's topic is going to be with my brother from Yellow Brick Transport, a cat.
Ooh, that's
this brother,
fire.
This man is about to tell us the game. He already just dropped a course on how to do auto hauling himself. So next week we're going to talk to Brother Patel, and we're just going to go out like that. So if you need anything from me, please don't be shy. Reach out to me, and I'm saying this directly. I might be busy a little bit, just because growing in business and all, but I will definitely make time. So without further ado, y'all have a blessed night. Thank you so much for joining.